There is something many people only realize after half their life has already passed. Time doesn't actually move faster. We simply begin to notice it more clearly. When we are young, a year feels very long, 12 months, 365 days. Long enough to believe we still have endless chances. But then one day you look back and suddenly 5 years are gone. So quickly that you can barely remember how you actually lived them. And this raises a quiet question. If time never actually speeds up, why does life suddenly feel so short? We grow up with a very familiar belief that life is a long journey, that there will always be time to start again, time to learn something new, time to change our lives, time to become the person we want to become. So we keep waiting until we have more money, waiting until life becomes less busy, waiting until things finally feel stable. But life rarely becomes stable. It simply changes the kind of busy we live with. And while we are waiting, something quiet keeps happening. Days pass, weeks pass, years pass. Maybe the problem is not that we don't have time. Maybe the problem is that we have become used to letting time pass. Day after day, repeating itself. The same routine, the same quiet exhaustion, the same familiar thought. Someday I will start. But someday is not a real day on the calendar. It is only an idea, a promise we quietly tell ourselves, so that everything still feels like there is time. And slowly, almost without noticing, life turns into a long period of waiting. And this is why life suddenly feels short. Not because time moved faster, but because so much of it was spent waiting for the moment to finally begin. And one day you realize something simple. Life does not change when you only think about it. It changes when you do something different. It doesn't require a perfect plan. It doesn't require a perfect moment. Sometimes it only requires a small step, a small decision, a day when you stop waiting and begin. Because sometimes the most frightening thing in life is not failure. It is looking back one day and realizing you waited too long to start living.